Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
Are you active enough? Do you even know what an appropriate level of activity is? Well, you're going to learn a whole lot about that today on Go. Learning the ropes with the Port Theatre Youth Arts Initiative, urban farming in Port Alberni, and a yachting experience with Kevin Chirac. You may have heard of an event called Walk with Your Doc. It has morphed, it has grown, it has become Keep Moving, Keep Active. We're going to tell you all about that. It's taking place here in Maffeo Sutton Park on May the 9th. But first, the Port Theatre is engaging youth in all aspects of the arts, and I had a chance recently to catch up with some of the crew in their Youth Arts Initiative. The Port Theatre's Youth Arts Initiative presents We Are the City along with local openers Gold and Shadow and the Wild Romantics. That's May the 14th, 7 o'clock. You can get more details and tickets, porttheatre.com. Today we are taking a little walk with our doc. This is Dr. Derek Poderico, and there is an event that you may have heard of called Walk with Your Doc, and it's evolving into something much bigger. But we're going to take advantage right now and get some health tips from you. And you handed me an orange bracelet.
You betcha.
With a 5210 on it. What does that mean?
So that's a new sort of health initiative. You've heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So now it's not a phone number, 5210 makes us think about other healthy behaviors, which will include that this weekend. Five fruits and vegetable servings a day instead of one apple. You want to crank it up to five. 2 hours of screen time or less. If you're a parent that has already low numbers of screen time, great.
Now, when you first mentioned that, 2 hours, I was like, really? That seems like a lot. Do you know how that's gauged? How do we decide that 2 hours is an okay amount?
That's a great question, in the sense that the average American child watches 7 to 8 hours of television a day, and
we're a little better than that in Canada.
We are better, right? And that's the thing. But by 2020, half of all Americans will either have pre-diabetes or diabetes, which is a real sobering thought. So we know we have to push the screen time down.
Right.
So that's where the 2 hours goes. 1 hour physical activity day, which will happen on Saturday for kids. For adults, it's a half an hour a day. And last but not least, zero sugar drinks. We're encouraging parents to serve either water or milk for kids.
But orange juice, that's not supposed to be a good thing.
That's right. No, that's sort of the wolf in sheep's clothing. Fruit juice, unfortunately, is sort of processed sugar to a degree. There's 8 teaspoons of sugar in a glass of orange juice. So as said, it's not a taboo or a non-entity, but parents need to be more mindful. We all have to be more mindful of the fluids that we drink and the sugar that's in it.
Orange juice is not a replacement for an orange.
Right, exactly. Whole orange, there's your 5. There's one of your 5s.
Excellent. Okay. Now, you keep mentioning this weekend and the event on May the 9th right here in Maffeo Sutton Park. Walk with Your Doc is an opportunity to have conversations and learn about health, but there's a lot more to it. The event is now called Keep Moving, Keep Active. We're going to tell you all about that after a short break. Still to come today, an urban farmer in Port Alberni, yachting near Victoria, and sea salt recipes from the galley. We'd like to give a shout out to the Island Crisis Care Society. They're hosting Sweets for the Streets. It's a fundraising event all about chocolate, I think, on Friday, May the 8th from 7 until 9. Tickets are only $5. There's a silent auction, lots of fun activities, and all proceeds benefit Samaritan House. You can get tickets and details online, iccare.ca. We're going to head down south now, where Kevin Chirac is experiencing yachting. This is Leslie Keenan. She's a nurse and the executive director of the Nanaimo Division of Family Practice. We're going to tell you more about that organization a bit later on, formed in 2011, so it's still fairly new. But we're here today to talk about a big event coming up in this very park. What is it called?
Keep Moving, Keep Active.
And it's a bit of a of an everything when it comes to health and lifestyle and activity. Tell me about what people can expect.
Well, it's a wonderful community partnership that's come together. We've got Vancouver Island University, Island Health, the city, a lot of nonprofit organizations, lots of private businesses putting out displays of different activities that kids and families can become involved in, and it's really an opportunity for people to see the array of activities that are available in Nanaimo.
Now, it's about more than just seeing and having a look at these booths, because people are going to be getting their hands on, they're going to be getting their bodies moving, their minds thinking about how to live a healthier lifestyle.
That's right.
So what kind of things can people get their hands on?
So they can try their hand at dragon boating, kayaking, basketball, taekwondo, tai chi, basketball, all kinds of things.
And then there'll be some healthy food.
There'll
options.
be some healthy food served up by Dish, which is a local Nanaimo catering company.
And they're brand new,
They
too.
are
I
brand
think
new.
they're pretty new in
Yeah,
town.
they are brand new.
Excellent. Okay, now the main objective is to
It's
what?
really to get people moving and get them active, right? So looking at maybe a future of a healthy Nanaimo where there's actually a shortage of chronic disease, and that begins with things like promoting health and healthy activities.
Why is it so hard, do you think, for people to make healthy choices?
I think
Because it's an easy concept, but it's not easy in practice for some.
it may be that people don't know what's out there, but it's also time. People are really stretched for time, but there's lots of things that you can do to incorporate in your day some kind of healthy activity.
Now, you've been in Nanaimo 3 years,
Yes.
so still a newcomer.
Still a
not much
newcomer.
longer, but we can call you that for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
How are we doing, in your opinion, as far as the level of our health and activity goes?
I think we can do a lot better. Judged by what physicians see in their family practices, I think we can really amp up our physical activity and our attention to health to really change things for the future for kids.
Okay, we're going to come back and talk more about your health and some options that you can incorporate into your life after a short break. Keep Moving, Keep Active takes place here in Maffeo Sutton Park on Saturday, May the 9th. Now, it's organized in part by the Nanaimo Division of Family Practice. When I think of family practice, Leslie, I think of my doctor's office.
That's right.
But in this case, it's a collaborative
That's right. Yeah.
of what?
So the division's a nonprofit society, and it's really a vehicle to organize a collective GP voice in Nanaimo about identifying local healthcare priorities, advocating for a system that's really fully integrated with services wrapped around the patient rather than the patient going out and having to navigate a very complex system. The idea is to have the services brought to where patients typically talk about healthcare, which is in their GP's office. And lastly, it's really about promoting a healthy Nanaimo, which is what Keep Moving, Keep Active is all about.
Excellent. So what was the need identified, a disconnect between patient and doctor? Is there one? Was there one?
So there's a disconnect in terms of the relationship that GPs and patients have. We're working with the community to help make that relationship stronger.
Okay, I'm going to jump in. Is that because you get slotted into 10-minute appointments and that's all you get when you go to visit your doctor? Or is that something that's being addressed?
No, it actually is being addressed. So we've got a number of programs under an initiative called GP for Me, where we're trying to take some pressure off of the family physicians by providing services elsewhere in the community so that we're able to support what they're meant to do in their offices or in the hospital on a day-to-day basis.
Now, right now in Nanaimo, there's a shortage of GPs.
That's
and
right.
the answer, you might think, is to add more. But
Well,
that's not the case.
So
necessarily.
there's a shortage of GPs for the current population. a number of which unfortunately are living with chronic disease. And the idea is really to flip that whole paradigm for the future generation so that we're actually looking at a shortage of chronic disease so that they don't need as many GPs as there are right now.
So if there are people out there wondering how they can get involved, get more information, access some of the things and activities, besides coming to the Maffeo Sutton Park on Saturday, May the 9th for the event, how can they access your services?
So for information on the Nanaimo Division of Family Practice, you can go to our website, which is divisionsbc.ca/Nanaimo. There's also a database of community and health services on fetchbc.ca, which is basically a listing of all the health and community services that patients can take part in within Nanaimo.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like it's going to be a fabulous, informative, interactive, and healthy time to be had here at Maffeo Sutton Park on May the 9th. Of course, eating healthy is part of a balanced, healthy lifestyle. With that, we're going to throw things over to Jocelyn Matwee, Sea Salt Recipes from the West Coast Galley. Keep moving, keep active right here on May the 9th from 10 until 3. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island, and the end almost of an era. I think you could say we are making some changes to Go that you will notice on air this coming Friday. We are expanding our 30-minute program into a 1-hour format. This allows us to reflect and bring and showcase more of your community to you in a fun, engaging, and informative way. You're also going to notice some other changes on our channel lineup. We have a whole lot of new programs, as many as 20 new programs from right here in the Harbor City and other areas of our programming region. You can catch Go on Fridays at 4, Saturdays at 8 a.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., and those are just 3 of some of the air times. You can visit shawtv.ca for a full programming schedule and to get a bit of a sneak peek at some of our other upcoming brand new programs. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, insights, whatever you might have, we want to hear from you. You can send me an email, kate.bergen@sjrb.ca, or we can try the old-fashioned way. You can give me a telephone call, 250-760-5093. Thanks for watching Go, and we'll see you in a brand new format.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Centre, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.